All right, hello everyone, it's silverkyle, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Amazing Spider-Man Beyond Omnibus, which just came out today, actually, June 6th, 2023. This is the standard edition cover, and this run actually has three covers. There's two direct markets, and we have the standard edition right here. And before we take a look at the back, and I mean, there's minor spoilers here. It's very minor, just about a character that has returned. So in case you don't want to know about that, I just wanted to mention it before I start taking a look at everything here. You can kind of already have an idea of it from the intro here, but Ben Reilly is back once again in this run. And what's interesting about this run is that it is the latest Spider-Man run other than the current one, which is happening right now. And what's even funnier about that is that we have the Nick Spencer Volume 1 Omnibus that came out. And in between that is Volume 2, the continuation of the Nick Spencer run. And then it goes on to Beyond. So I don't know why Beyond came out first. We're getting the Volume 2 next year in May, I believe. But it's just interesting that we're getting this one before the Nick Spencer. It would make more sense doing it the other way around. Either way, kind of cool that we've got such a modern run. They've been doing this a lot with a lot of their heroes lately. We've been getting more modern runs, like they finish up a run and then they announce the omnibus. It's kind of cool, but I would just like to get everything caught up from before instead of the current stuff. Either way, more Spider-Man, I'm never going to complain. Looking at $100 in the US, $125 in Canada, and this is 672 pages. As you saw, it's a little bit of a slimmer omnibus, and this includes so the Amazing Spider-Man is right after the Nick Spencer run. So Nick Spencer finishes at 74, and we continue here at 75 to 93, 78. I never know what these are, but BEY, 80 BEY, 88 BEY, 92 Beyond. That's what this is stand for. Duh. Mary Jane and Black Cat Beyond, and material from Amazing Spider-Man 74 and Free Comic Book Day 2021 Spider-Man and Venom. Let's take a look at the flaps. Very nice. And then we'll take a look at the hardcover. Which is, I kind of like it. This is pretty nice. It's very different. Okay, so let's take a look at the build of the book. Now I will say, I think the colors are, there we go, colors back normal. So this is iMac from Turkey, although I will say, because it's a modern run, they did as best of a job as I've seen from iMac, if that makes any sense. So we dive right into it, issue number 75. And I won't talk about the story here because overviews, I don't really want to talk too much about it, but what I would like to do is, as soon as volume 2 of the Nick Spencer run comes out next year, I would like to maybe do a volume 1 review. Volume 2 comes out, do an overview, review that a week or two afterwards, and then do a review for Beyond. So I won't be spoiling anything more than Ben Reilly is back again. And this takes place, where this took place. Because really I want to talk about the build of the book. And here we can kind of see a little bit of some bleed through. But for the most part, as I was flipping through this, I didn't see it too much. Because it's, as long as there's lots of color like this, you don't see anything. And the art is quite nice in this. I very much enjoyed it. Another thing too that I very much enjoy is that this, the Ben Reilly, like late 90s suit is a really big favorite of mine. I absolutely love this suit. I remember being able to play that in the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game, which I loved back then, and that's pretty much the one that I always made Spider-Man wear. I tried out a few of them because it's a relatively short game, so you'd kind of beat it and change the suit every so once in a while, and I loved the look of it. It was just very 90s. I also liked the original Ben Reilly's suit as Scarlet Spider, where he has the hood. I do enjoy that, like the blue hood. Some interesting stuff going on. This is a different artist. I'm not sure who this is. I don't like this as much. It's more realistic, and that's not my favorite. In terms of the paper quality, other than if there is bleed through, only really when there's white. When there's lots of color, I have not noticed it at all. I have noticed that a lot of it is glossy. Once in a while, we still get that dust feel. But for the most part, I was very happy noticing that it's much more glossy and less dusty. Which is just the bane of my existence when I'm doing these overviews lately, because a lot of it is coming from iMac. Under 700 pages, so it just stays open perfectly fine. And I will commend iMac for that. They've done a good job lately with their builds in terms of it laying flat and open. I did find, though, that more so in the middle, you are getting a little bit of gutter loss. I would like to be able to see something like that and give you an example. It's not horrible, but it is there. Of course, when you're looking for one, it's not going to give you one. Was that one? No, just one page. Oh, we can kind of see it there. There, that's perfect. For Rhino. When you're laying it down. So it's a little bit apparent at the beginning and end of the book. They did a better job. There's not as much gutter loss. So let's just go to the end here. Take a look at a bit of the extras. Looks like we got some very, oh, that's nice. That's cool. Mainly just variants. There we go. All right, we'll take a look at the eye. I'm probably gonna have to change that. Looks about the middle, so we'll take that page again. So we'll go mobile and give you a look. So I just changed the page as it wasn't exactly in the middle. This is much closer. And this is the eye that we're dealing with now. This is a smaller book, so that's maybe why we're dealing with a small, like, it's not the greatest. It's okay. It does its job. It lays flat, which is nice. But the eye is a little bit more, could be a little nicer. But anyway, that is the Amazing Spider-Man Beyond Omnibus. So thank you all for watching. You have been bearded in. Beardage.